The Mountaintop is one of those weapons where people want it for one of two reasons. Either a hard-hitting direct impact machine to F up orange and yellow bars, or a tool to literally let you bend the rules of reality. For the speedrunners out there, God love ya, keep having fun, and keep being you. Today's video, however, is more so about a damage perk that D2 players have been conditioned their entire life is the end-all be-all must-have perk on all grenade launchers, spike grenades. Spike grenades will give your shot more damage on a direct hit. Really quickly, why don't we give a 1-minute recap on how grenade launcher damage works in general. When you hit a target directly with a grenade, you're going to see two damage numbers. One damage number, which is essentially the explosive damage or splash damage from the grenade blowing up, and then you have the other damage number, which is your direct impact number. Combine both numbers together for your grand total damage per shot on a direct hit. Having spike grenades on your launcher will improve that direct impact number, and because D2 was always a game of make number get bigger, players for years would only consider a damage-dealing grenade launcher a true 5 out of 5 god roll if it came with spike grenades. There was no real downside of having it, and it only existed to make your damage output just a little bit better. Not too long ago though, Bungie lowered the effectiveness of spike grenades to make it feel less mandatory overall. There have been other changes to grenade launchers too, including a heavy buff to direct impact damage, tweaks to directly make the Mountaintop stronger, and so on. All of that, combined with other changes made to the blast radius stat, means that Mountaintop is in a weird situation. The TLDR being Mountaintop is affected by all the grenade changes a bit more than other launchers in the game. You see, Mountaintop is mostly impact damage by design, and because it's already so weighted towards impact damage, the overall change across blast radius really affected things in a weird way, where the god roll probably isn't what the average player might expect it to be. My original plan was to show you this via a lot of damage number testing with all the rolls I've hoarded so far, but I learned that Mossy Max has already put together a really good chart showing exactly what I wanted to talk about. You might remember him back from my auto rifle video and how we talked about how target lock is straight up bugged sometimes. Are you following him yet, by the way? Because you're missing out if not. Here it is in a nutshell. I know graphs are intimidating. I will talk you through it. Down here, these numbers are your blast radius stat on your Mountaintop, so 85 here on the far left, and your max of 100 blast radius all the way over here on the right. Over on the left side of the chart, we have overall damage numbers, both impact and the explosive damage added up together. Obviously, because we want a lot of damage per shot, we want to get as high as we can over here on the left side of the chart. As you can see though, more blast radius on the Mountaintop actually hurts it overall, because again, Mountaintop was designed with direct impact damage in mind, and the higher your blast radius, the more the split damage number is weighted towards splash damage and less towards impact damage, which is what you want. Because it's so drastic on the Mountaintop, we can see that a roll with 100 blast radius and spike grenades is actually less damage per shot than a Mountaintop with hard launch in column 1 and implosion grenades in column 2, aka lowering the blast radius to 85, which is the lowest that Mountaintop can go. This is kind of really funny, as I got a Mountaintop the other day with a perk combo I'm really interested in. More on that in a minute, but check it out. Hard launch and implosion rounds, but a blast radius masterwork. Remembering the chart we just took a look at, that would mean that by pumping up the masterwork on this Mountaintop, I would actively be making it worse. Regarding column 1 and column 2 on your Mountaintop, a general rule of thumb is that you do not want blast radius. Mountaintop is made for impact damage, and bumping up the blast radius number can do it harm. However, going back to the chart and taking a look at the orange line, we can see that if your Mountaintop does have spike grenades, it's not necessarily a terrible thing. If combined together with hard launch in column 1, you're basically doing indistinguishable damage when compared to the hard launch and implosion round combo. Technically, is the spike grenade hard launch damage number slightly lower overall? I mean, yeah, but good god man, by a fraction so paper thin that you can see right through it. Basically, hard launch is what you want to look for in column 1, and either pair that together with spike grenades or implosion rounds in column 2 while not touching your masterwork at all if it happens to be a blast radius masterwork. Side note, this can actually result in a tragically hilarious situation where getting a shiny Mountaintop can be a bad thing. You see, shiny weapons drop with auto-completed masterworks, meaning if you get a shiny Mountaintop to drop with a blast radius masterwork, congratulations, you have officially been trolled by Bungie. Alright, moving on, why don't we talk about all the other perks in columns 3 and 4 and what you should be on the lookout for. One combo I briefly showed off earlier, auto-loading holster and recombination, that one is really handy. Recombination builds up stacks while you're mowing down enemies with your energy weapon. One kill is 1 stack and it maxes out at 10. Each stack will give your next Mountaintop shot an extra 10% damage, meaning at 10 stacks, whip out that Mountaintop and hit the enemy with a plus 100% damage shot. Put the Mountaintop back away, let auto-loading holster reload it, and continue building up stacks, rinse, and repeat. That happens to be a combo that I really like, but it's by no means the only combo. Ambitious Assassin and Recombination is also something that I want. Basically, you can overflow the mag via Ambitious, then stow your Mountaintop, build up stacks of Recombination like before, then whip it out and smack a yellow bar really hard. Granted, only one of the two shots that you shoot will have the plus 100% damage bonus from Recombination, but hey, a free extra follow-up shot ain't hurting anybody, except the yellow bar, of course. Overflow and Recombination is also worth a mention. Be sure to remember that in the final shape, we'll be able to change these into enhanced perks, by the way, meaning at some point in the future, you can turn your Overflow Recombination Mountaintop into an Enhanced Overflow Recombination Mountaintop. Enhanced Overflow would allow you to get 3 in the mag, so 1 max power Recombination shot followed by 2 regular shots. That's just a lot of damage to immediately F up chunkier enemies. Harmony does also work well with auto-loading holster in theory, but I think Recombination kinda outclasses it hard. By just getting 2 elemental kills instead of 1, you match the damage buff on Harmony, and with 1 extra kill, you've now surpassed it. So yeah, sorry Harmony. Auto-loading Frenzy is also worth checking out. If you're on some really tough high difficulty level content and you're maybe not able to easily mow down 10 adds to get the max value out of Recombination, Frenzy is easy to keep activated and could continually help you with just a flat 15% extra damage. Again, I think I prefer Recombination, but different situations and different playstyles, you know what I mean. If you don't want to use auto-loading holster, aka you would rather have your Mountaintop be out and constantly spammable, I think Ambitious Assassin, Overflow, Lead from Gold, or even Impulse Amplifier would be fine. Remember that Impulse Amplifier comes with a baked-in reload buff, which is nice if you want to go full spam mode. In column 4, One for All Frenzy would be good options, again if your goal is to spam Mountaintop rather than use auto-loading holster and periodically shooting. Ambitious Assassin and One for All would be fun if you want to just blast away groups of adds to get an easy proc of One for All. Just remember that Mountaintop's whole deal IMO is kinda direct impact target damage. Masterwork-wise, basically anything but blast radius. Reload Masterwork likely the GOAT for all builds, but I wouldn't complain if my auto-loading holster launcher had a handling Masterwork. Remember, keep that blast radius low on your Mountaintop. If it has spike grenades, you might be harming your roll unless it is paired together with hard launch. Remember the chart, and again, go give Max a follow. Let me know what Mountaintop roll you're chasing and why down in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.